What's up, everybody? I'm James, and I'm going to be talking about the Blackberry slider today. One thing I've been noticing is there is talk about this phone everywhere. There's panels going on. Sorry, it's really hot in my office today, so I got to turn the fan on. There's talks about it everywhere. And me personally, I'm kind of half and half on this phone, just like everybody else. Uh, Being a long-time BlackBerry user, I like BB10. I like that operating system, but at the same time, I'm not going to really get too judgy about this new so-called new system that they're coming out with. But I'm really hoping that they integrate it really nicely, where you get kind of the best of both worlds with this unit. And what I mean by that is a good mix of BB10 operating system, a good mix of Android operating system, and that would be really good. I'm not going to deny that. One thing though that BlackBerry really does have to do, and people have said this before, is they really need to focus on the advertising for this phone. With my Passport, when I meet up with clients and they see this, because most of the times when I'm going into meetings, they have their laptops out, and I just bring this because it's a fair sized phone, and I can do pretty much everything that I need to do in relation to my business with this phone. So that's one comment I always get. What is that? Oh, this is BlackBerry Passport, and that's where BlackBerry really had a bit of a kind of a slip up, or really didn't put the effort in their advertising. Like, how is it that people do not know about this? Honestly, like, it came out in December. I mean, BlackBerry should have put out ads and ads and ads promoting this phone and the other phones that they were coming out with as well. And that's where they really fall short. Is BlackBerry, you're focusing too much on the work aspect. Everybody knows that these phones are used for work, just like any other phone. But where other companies are kind of kicking your ass, and I don't mean to sound harsh with this, is with the way they do their advertising. As an example, Apple. You know you can do business on an iPhone. But they don't focus on that. They show people all the fun stuff you can do, like when you're out having fun with your friends, or at a concert, or at this, or road trips, and blah, 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 blah. All their advertising is focused on interesting things, not work. Interesting things. And that's where you really fell short, BlackBerry, is you can do a lot of those things on this phone, on your other phones. Like even NFC near field communication. I mean that's been in your phone for years, and nobody knows about it. And that's the thing. You got to really focus this new unit that you got coming out on all the fun stuff people can do with it. Especially those app crazy people. That's going to be a huge portion of your market coming in if this is successful for you. So, bump up your advertising. Don't focus on work. Nobody cares about work. Except for me. I love my work because it's my business, but that's just me. I'm fucked up that way. This is great for running my business, but this is also great for running my social life. That's the thing. And that's where you really need to step up the game. Now, with this whole phone, I'm not going to try to judge it right off the bat, because it's kind of like going on a blind date where your friend's like, oh, this person's awesome, you're really going to like them, and then you're talking to another friend about it later on, and they're like, no, 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 you are going to hate this person. It is not going to go well. You're going to have a horrible night. It's going to be a waste of your time. And, you can never fall into that type of thing. And it's a really weird example I'm using, but it's just kind of like the same thing. You can't judge it until you've actually seen it. And that's one thing I'm going to try to keep a really open mind about. Am I going to get the phone? Probably not, since I already just bought a Classic, and I bought this Passport just about 2 months ago, I think now. 2 or 3 months ago. So I really don't need a new phone, but I am kind of considering getting another Passport as a backup, just in case anything ever happens to this phone, because I love this phone. BlackBerry Hank, Jay Williams, and everybody in my BBM group that I'm a part of recommended this phone when I was using my Classic, and I was really hesitant on it at first, but ever since I got this, it's made life so much easier. I mean, the Classic was great for productivity, but the battery life on this keeps me going over a day. I mean, I don't really need to. I charge the phone because there's some days where I'm on it so much that it'll drain it out, but I can't. I can't drain the battery in one day. I've tried. The closest I got to was like 10%, and that was from starting my day at 5 in the morning and then using the phone all day, like constantly. I was just on this phone all day doing a mix of things, and at 11 o'clock at night, it got down to 10%. So that's one thing I'm really hoping with the sliders, they keep the battery life going with it. But aside from that, that's pretty much my view on it. I mean, It all depends on what aspect you're at. What would be great and what would be a really smart move so that way BlackBerry can corner both markets is instead of just forcing you to have this one operating system, give you the choice, and I've said this in other videos, give you the choice. I think I said in other videos, or did I even post those? I don't know. Let me know. Give you the choice of whether or not you want to go with BB10 or this, like BlackBerry Hank said it in his tweets, this Droidberry operating system, and then see how it goes. A lot of people are talking about this video that came out where somebody actually got their hands on one of the slider units, and then the weird thing about that video is they really didn't show you the operating system itself. They kept the phone at a distance, and I thought that was kind of weird. Because most people, especially when they're doing like an unboxing or reviewing, they'll show you the operating system, unless of course they were given the phone with specific instructions saying do not show a close-up of the operating system because maybe it's still in beta, who knows. But yeah, so I'm not going to judge it just yet. It would be awesome if they made this new type of operating system that was a mix of BB10 and a mix of Android, and it just became like this powerhouse of the unit. But, you know, that's hopeful thinking. I'm not going to judge it until I see it. Am I going to get one? No, I don't need to. I don't need to. I like the BB10, but I'll test it out. If someone gets one and wants to lend it to me for a few days, just say, contact me down below. But yeah, I don't know. Aside from that, what are your views on this new slider? Are you going to try it out? Are you going to just not go with it? Or some people are like done with BlackBerry because of it, which is a bit excessive, but it is what it is. You're entitled to your views and opinions, just like I am, and that's why I don't judge people. But let me know in the comments down below if you feel like making a video response to this. Definitely let me know. My Twitter account is the same as my YouTube account, so feel free to add me. And then, yeah, aside from that, I don't know. I can't make a informed decision until I actually see a video of how the operating system is. Main thing, advertising. BlackBerry really needs to step up the advertising. Advertise the shit out of this phone. Because, like I said before, I'm in people's, like, I'm meeting with people and they're asking me what this is until they see the logo and they're like, is that a BlackBerry? Yeah. No. You know why? Because no one knows about the phone because you didn't advertise it. You focused on the business world again. BlackBerry, come on. It's not, like, whoever is in charge of your advertising, have a little chat with them being like, what are you doing? What are you doing? It's like, seriously, if the people that were in charge of the advertising for my company operated in that aspect where they were only targeting one specific group, I'd have no business. And that's exactly what's happening in the BlackBerries. You have business from the business world. That's great. You already know that. That's why people use your phones. Now show the fun stuff that people can do with it, and you'll start seeing a raise in your profits. Like, come on. Common sense. Just saying. Anyways, everybody, this is like my second or third attempt at making this video because I kept getting calls in the middle of it, so I actually put my phone on silent for about the 7 minutes I'm working on this, and I've got to get back to work because I've got a business to run. Hopefully everyone is having a good day. I'm going to be making another personal vlog in a little bit, but aside from that, stay safe, everybody, and if you have a BlackBerry, enjoy it.